like midterm exam. Do you have any midterm exam today? No, right?
না স্যার আজকে নেই।
আচ্ছা, ঠিক
No,
আছে।
sir.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me? Means now can you hear me?
শোনা যাচ্ছে স্যার।
আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে। I'll share my screen. So this was the actually question you had for quiz one. So now the question is how to solve this, right? First, you need to look at the things. So, Abrar actually posed a question since it's a circle. So, how to calculate actually what is it called? The area, right? Because area is pi r square by 2. So, as he mentioned, okay, this value and this value has to be equal, right? Because if this is the center, so according to him, this value is 5. So this radius should be 2.5, 2.5. Now, since this v is a variable, this v is a variable, let's say for someone's case, the last digit of your student number plus 2, let's say someone got
8।
8 or 10 or something. So this is 8. So these two will actually create some discrepancy, right? So okay, this one is the case. This one is the case. Whoever actually go for the area method, I'll talk to another teacher. Like yeah, this is an issue because it should be equal things. Although there might be a possibility if it was on omega t axis, since we didn't mention this one, we'll consider this actually case for fast actually math. But whoever is using this formula, like what is the actual equation for this? What is the equation for this? Minus v sine omega t, or for our case is only t, right? Since omega is not given. So this is negative v sine times t. Do you understand this?
ইয়েস স্যার।
Okay. So this is something called piecewise linear model. So what we'll do, we'll define, we need to define from here to here, right? Because this is the one cycle, then it is getting repeated. So my target is to getting the equation here. So what is the equation for the sinusoid? Like v of t, piecewise linear model, it says
ভি
minus
সাইন
v
সাইন ওমেগা টি।
sine t. Okay,
ইয়েস।
where will you get omega? Because this is only in a function of t. So the time is 0 less than t less than 5. This is one of the thing. How about this equation? Can anybody tell me what would be the equation for this? This is point 5 comma 0. This point is comma 8 comma v, right? You know the value of v. So formula is y minus y1 divided by y1 minus y2 equal to x minus x1 divided by x1 minus x2. This is the formula. So y should be mx plus c. C means at x-axis y1, let's say y1 is 0, 0 minus v equal to x minus 5, 5 minus 8. So y equal negative v divided by, so v divided by 3 x minus 5. Is it correct? Something like this. V divided by 3 times x minus 5 is for 5 less than t less than 8. Okay, then it's a constant value of v plus v when 8 less than t less than 10. Am I clear? Means, is it correct? Hello?
স্যার আবার একটু বললে ভালো হবে।
আচ্ছা, আমি আমি আবার বলছি প্রথম থেকে বলছি। So we have this sort of actually waveform. So we must actually check what is the period for the wave, like waveform. So if you check this one, we got here to here a sinusoid, and then we got a straight line, then a straight line means a constant value, and then it's getting repeated, right? So from from this point, from this point to this point, from this point to this point is called a single period, means after that everything is getting repeated. So we need to define what are the equation of voltage whenever it changes its shape. So first one is the sinusoid, but the sinusoid magnitude is negative. So I put in a negative v times in a sinusoidal. It starts from zero, so there is no phase difference. So we'll be writing only negative v times sine omega t. Whoever is going for integration method. So this is for integration method. So and what is the range for t? 0 to 5, right? So the limit should be 0 to 5. That's why we have written this equation for 0 to 5. How about this straight line? This is a straight line, right? So formula for a straight line is y minus y1 divided by y1 minus y2 equal to x minus x1 divided by x1 minus x2. So we need to write down the coordinate of this point. So this is on the x-axis. So the coordinate should be 5 times 0, because on x-axis the coordinate for y should be 0. So I put 0. What is the coordinate for this? The coordinate for this is 8, because the time is 8 and magnitude is plus v. So I put in a v. So if I substitute this actually values here, then we will get actually an equation, and this equation is valid for time from 5 to 8. So I have defined time from 5 to 8. Similarly, uh, we have that what is it called, the constant v. So this is nothing plus v, and the range is 8 to 10, but after 10 it is getting repeated. So I don't need to write anymore. Now, since this is defined, the first question says, you need to find the average value. So how do you find the average value? We'll actually calculate, we'll actually integrate, all of this divided by total time. So can anybody tell me what is capital T here? Capital T is 0 to 10, right? So 10 second. For
Yes,
the
sir.
ever,
Yes, sir.
okay. For the average value, what will we do? We'll do actually the integration. Let's say first integration is 0 to 5, because this is the sinusoid, and the integration should be minus v sine t then dt, plus second integration would be from 5 to 8, because 5 to 8 is a straight line. So 5 to 8, that one is v divided by 3 x minus 5, plus the third integration is 8 to 10, and the integration would be nothing but the v then dt then dt. Okay, this x are nothing but the t, because we are writing with respect to t. So this one will be t, sorry. Okay, this is x, means y means v. This is v by 3, v of t equal to v by 3. This is t minus 5. So this is nothing but the t. So if there's the equation, you already know the value of v, right? According to your student ID, then if you plug in this actually number here, then you'll get the answer. And so this is total total area, total area. So now if you know the total area, V average is nothing, AVG average is nothing, total area divided by capital T. That would be the answer. Okay, that would be the answer. Do you understand? Okay. First, we'll solve in this way, and then we'll try to solve. Weber has actually tried for the normal area calculation. Both will be correct, but I don't know which way will get the right answer. So now, if this one is the case, now how about the RMS value? What is the formula for RMS value? Root mean square, right? So first we take the square, and then we'll take the mean, means the average, and then we'll take the actually square, right? So we'll calculate this first. Like, let's say square value, that square value is like this, right? Limit is 0 to 5. The first limit is 0 to 5. So if I take square, if I take square of this, we'll take square of this, right? So negative v would be v, sine would be sine square t. So v square sine square t then dt, plus second limit is 5 to 8, and the equation would be v square divided by 3 square t minus 5 then whole square then dt, plus 8 to 10 then v square dt. Means whatever formula we have written here, it would be only square, and then I will calculate actually square. Then what is the mean value? This, then square mean value equal to whatever the square value will get divided by capital T, then the RMS value VRMS equal to root over square mean value. So whatever the square mean value we got, if I take square root of this, then we will get the answer. Do you understand now? Hello. This is what we
Yes,
have
sir.
learned. This is what we have learned. Yeah, you should learn, because quiz is something we can take again. Means I can take extra quiz or assignment so you can recover. But for your midterm exam or your final exam, you will have only one chance. Means if you make mistakes, then you'll be penalized with marks. So that is actually issue. If you make mistake in the quiz exam, that could be recovered in some way. But yeah, make sure that you actually will not actually make any mistakes in the final exam or midterm exams. So this is one way of solving it. So one might think, okay, I don't want to do that. I want to go for other actually method of solving. So how do we do so? So one of the thing is finding area, like graphically. We'll find the area graphically. But the problem with that, you can easily do it for average value, but for the RMS value, it would be really difficult. Means how would you get the square of this and everything? So for the average value, area formula is so simple. Like, okay, the area formula for the average value, this is a half actually. This is nothing but a half circle, right? If it is a half circle, the area would be half times pi r square, plus this is one of the area. The second one, the second one is nothing but a triangle. So what is the formula for triangle? Half bhumikonon uchchata, right?
Half
The base
BH. Yes.
base base time actually height. So base is from this point to this point. So nothing but the 8 minus 5. This is the base. From this distance is the base. So 8 minus 5. Height is nothing. Height is 8. The height is actually v. So times v. This is the area, plus the third one is a rectangle, right? I'll draw the rectangle here. The third one is a rectangle. So what is the formula for rectangle? Area of rectangle. Length times breadth, right? So length is nothing but the 10 minus 8, and the breadth is nothing but the semi v. So this is the very easy formula. But the question is now, what is r? Because r should be a value which is, since it's actually half circle, this would be the r. Similarly, this would be the r. Now, somebody asked me a question. Okay, if this one is r, according to this, it should be v. And if this one is r, then it should be half of 0 to 5, means 5 divided by 2, 2.5. Okay, since it's a mistake from us, means from the teacher, we didn't actually check this one, because it should be a constant value, but we have given it as in a variable, right? Your student ID plus 2, that is the v value. So for this case, whoever actually have used like r equal to 2.5 will consider. Whoever have actually used r equal to v, I will actually consider. I'll talk to another actually teacher as well. So let's say r equal to 2.5. So you can calculate the area from here, and the total capital T time period is 10 seconds. So if you actually divide the whole thing, then V average is nothing but this area divided by actually T. So you'll get the value. But for the RMS value, it could be quite actually difficult in a sense. Like for RMS value, we cannot actually directly take a square of these things, right? If it
So
is a
we can
normal,
we can shift it to the positive side and square
yes,
like.
yes. If you do the square, means that there will be no negative value. So this would be v square on the top, and then how about this, the straight line? If you do that, no problem. You'll get the right answer, and there was no problem.
So the 8 volt will be 64 volts. Will
Okay.
transform to 64 volts.
Yes, yes. Have you done it? Means this one would be like 64, and this one would be also 64. This one would be 25. Sorry, v square, right? No, not 64. Why 64?
So 8
If you
8 8
if your
8
rule
8 8
if
square.
your student number is 6 plus 2, then 8, then it would be 64. It should be v
Yes
square,
sir.
means in general.
Yes sir.
Okay, if you do that,
V
no
square.
problem at all. Yeah, I will check. I have not actually checked you the all the actually exam paper yet. So this one is the case, but the second one, I believe was quite easy. You need to find some current through resistor, as well as you need to find the average power. But one of the actually student told me, like he thought this is a voltage source, but in which means did you think this is a voltage source? I didn't understand um, much. It's nothing but a current source, right? So my target is to calculate what is the current passing through this, and what is the like average power of this. So what was the formula for average power? Okay, forget about power. Later on, I will come to power.
So there is a problem in the first question.
Problem? Tell me, what is the problem?
Problem, I mean a question that if there was a constant value of voltage,
Hmm. Can you hear me?
uh, if there
Yeah.
is a constant value of voltage, then
Hmm.
the radius it would be 2.5 voltage,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes. Actually, what we thought, like initially, I couldn't actually recheck like rigorously, but what we thought, we should actually give you a variable so that you cannot like copy from each other. Otherwise, somebody will solve, and probably it will be sent to some messenger group or the WhatsApp group, and everybody will be copying that. So we wanted to actually prevent that thing. So in order to do so, we had to actually give this as variable. But the mistake is, yeah, as you mentioned, and yeah, we actually acknowledge that v value should be 2.5. It should be 2.5 unless it's specified. So that's why we are saying if you are using actually r equal to 2.5 or v, will actually consider. Okay, we don't need to be worried about it. If we make actually some mistakes, then you will not be penalized for that. So now the first question is, my target is to calculate current passing through this. What was the formula? There are many ways to solve it. Many ways. So one of the ways is like of solving it. You can go for impedance actually diagram, means you'll convert this to impedance. You'll convert this to impedance. You'll convert this to impedance, and also this is impedance. This is one of the way. You can do it in another way too. Now these two are in series, right? Can I convert it to a single impedance? Let's say this is
Yes
Z2.
sir.
Yeah. How about, since I need this, so I can modify others. So how about this and this? These are in parallel, right? So can I
Yes sir.
convert it to one? Can I convert it to, let's say, Z1? Do you understand this? How about other student?
Yes sir.
So can I modify this like this, ZR1, and this is nothing. So this is nothing but the Z1, and this is ZL1. ZL1. ZL1 is this ZL1, and there was a current source. Whatever the current source, will keep it. And here
So the
it.
direction is downward.
Thank you for actually telling me. The direction is downward. Let's say. This is Z2. This is a very easy modification, right? Because these two are in series, these two are in parallel, so we can actually get Z1 and Z2. Can I actually define Z1? Actually, we can write down Z2 equal to, what is this value? 1? R2 equal to 1? Okay, 1 plus 1J, right? This is Z2. Uh, Z1 equal to parallel of this, so 20 negative 20J times negative 5J, because this both are capacitor, divided by summation of this negative 25J. So whatever calculation we got, we'll actually get this value from these equations. Yeah, this would be the the case. Now is one of the way. My target is to keep this one constant because this is our target. If this is our target, we can change other things. How about this? This and this, these two are in parallel, right? Are these two in parallel?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so we can.
Mm,
Are these in parallel? I believe so.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ZR1. So if these two are in parallel, so we can put, let's say, Z3, and then it's the current sources here. Any problem so far? My target is to calculate this current. Okay, so what is the current actually passing through this? If this is the case, what is Z3? ZL1 parallel Z2. If this one is the case, you can go for many ways to solve it. Many ways to solve it. One of the ways is just write down loop equation, or just write down KVL or KCL or whatever. Even without actually writing KCL, we can go for that. Like you can go for current division rule. That is one of the way. I don't actually suggest that one. So how do you solve that? You can write down a loop equation here. Let's say this is I1 and this is I2. Actually, I2 is nothing. I2 is this current. So can we write down actually two equations here? Loop equation. What would be the loop
Yes,
equation?
sir. But we weren't introduced to loop equations till that, till the quiz.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
No problem. You don't need to actually
I
do
did
it.
it with current division rule.
No, no problem. If you go for the current division rule, there is no harm. There is no harm. So all you have to do is solving this question. You can go for actually source transformation. One of the way, since this actually current source is parallel to actually this, you can go for the source transformation. Means you remember, if we have a current source along with a parallel resistor impedance, it could be converted into a voltage source, negative to positive. So this is negative, this is positive, along with a impedance in series. You remember, we can actually go for source transformation. So if you go for the source transformation, it would be a, let's say you have gone for the source transformation. This is Z1, this is ZR1, then this would be Z3, then there will be a voltage source. There will be a voltage source like this. So voltage source value V equal to whatever I here, I times Z3. So from this equation, you can easily calculate current, right? The current would be this voltage value divided by all summation of all this actually, what is it called? The current. So if you know the current and if you know the voltage, then the average power is nothing the VI times cos theta. So you know the value of v, you know the value of I, and theta is theta v minus theta I, means the current minus voltage, and you will get the average power. But there are many ways. This is one of the ways. If you are actually trying for current division rule, no problem. If you are going for node analysis, no problem. If you are going for actually the mesh analysis, no problem. Whatever method are you using or you have used has no problem at all. Only things I will check is whether your method is correct or not. Means, did you understand the question or not? So these are the things for the actually first quiz. I hope most of you have done well. But the interesting thing is I have received only how many? I believe 28. Sorry, 20 copies or something, because there should be around I believe 28. Let me check how many students are there. Yeah. Or what happened to that 7 students? Are they in class? Means, do they actually attend in our class, or they have withdrawn actually from this class or some things? I don't know. So quiz one.
So Zarif from Jaman probably uh, submitted. Talk to him.
Oh yeah, one of them actually have submitted
Probably
via
they have
email
email.
actually. Yeah, yeah. Only one of them. But I didn't know. The thing is, I will actually provide the original solution in handwritten form. I cannot actually type for long. When I will actually check your assignment, with that assignment, I will provide the solution for this. Okay. So this is one of the things, and today we'll stop early because there are not many students today, only 5. And best of luck for your midterm exams, upcoming midterm exams. And for this course, we'll be having midterm exams probably within actually 2 weeks. Means the tentative date should be the first week of December, something like this. I will actually provide details of the midterm exam in the actually Google Classroom. Until
Sir,
now,
what's going to be the syllabus for the midterm?
syllabus would be around. I have not decided because we'll be having a unified actually midterm exam for the section 1 and section 2, but tentatively around lecture 7 or lecture 8, not more than that. Means,
Sir, it would be really, really good if you provide some actually practice problems from your end, um,
all
like a
right,
book.
I do understand. Yeah, I was talking to other student today. Before midterm exam, I will be providing you some actually like practice problem from some
Sir, at
reference
least
book.
we require at least a week to actually solve them. So please
Okay,
kindly do them.
okay, okay, okay. You'll get that things. Thank you for your suggestion. Maybe at least 1 or 2 weeks you'll get for your preparation.
2 week will
There
be
is
better,
also
sir.
an
But minimum at least we require a
No, no,
week.
2 weeks. Yeah, you'll get around 10 days at least. Okay, so I'll try to
Okay, sir.
actually talk to another teacher today. All right. Have a nice day. We'll finish here because not many students are here, so I don't think I should go for new topic today. We'll end our session here.
Okay, sir. Have a good day,
Assalamu
sir.
alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.